That's right. Everybody knows what that is. It's time for Saturday Night Live and Local on DNP 102.3. Tonight we have the Tuscarawas River Band with us. Been around a long time. We're going to have them play some live songs, some off their CDs from way back in the day. And I'm going to take a minute right now. I just want to mention about the Paris terrorists over there. Keep it in your heart and your prayers about the people in Paris. And I also want to mention a friend of my son's. My son is the sound guy for the Black Keys. And Dan Auerbach happened to be in Paris at the time. And Dan was with the band Arcs, which is another band that he plays with. And one of the guys that was the merch guy who has done things with Black Keys before, but was across town about a mile or two with another band, and that was the concert that was bombed. And he lost his life, and his name was Nick Alexander. I just want to give a shout-out to him. And everybody keep all those people in their prayers, and hopefully we'll resolve this and wipe out ISIS. So, anyhow, on a better note now, we have the Tuscarawas River Band here with us. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey.
Doing good. Good time.
Yeah, we're all ready. These guys been practicing and firing things up here. We're all good. Who's going to be your spokesman tonight? You got a spokesman here?
Well, Jamie, he likes to talk, so he's our.
I'll take
All right,
that
well,
role.
We got Jamie Cahill. We got Brandon Moffett,
Corey McCahill.
Corey McCahill, and
Brian Johnson.
Brian John. Hey, wait a minute. You play with AC/DC?
Oh, that's the other one.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, this
But
is
he's filled in a couple times.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Right.
He kind of looks like him, yeah. But anyhow, you guys are here tonight, and I welcome you. Thanks a lot for showing up. I appreciate it on a Saturday night. And it's going to be a fun night tonight. We're going to start off. I'm going to start asking you a few questions here. And I'm going to start with you, Jamie, because you're the spokesman, they said. So
Cool.
Okay. When you were young, did you start playing the accordion or guitar?
I wish I would have played the accordion. That's a cool instrument. But no, I didn't pick up the guitar until late in my teens. And once I started playing and getting inspired by some people and saw how cool it was, it kind of just grabbed me and took me down a different road, and I got hooked, lined, and sinkered, and stuck with it ever since.
So it wasn't anybody in your family or anything? Just
Well, our grandfather played guitar, and our mom is a singer, and our family's really music oriented. We've always
a lot
been
of music.
a lot of music. So
that'd go for you too.
yeah,
Corey, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Corey's my brother.
yeah.
And I'm the cousin.
Brian's the cousin.
Jamie would come home from college and watch me playing my electric. He liked that. I was playing some Metallica, some Pantera.
Oh yeah.
I was young, 13 years old.
Hey, that's
rocking.
good stuff. Yeah.
So it was good stuff.
Rocket in the basement.
So yeah.
So what about you, Brian? I mean, you just knew these guys and started playing.
Well, I'm a cousin to the brother McCahills.
Yeah. Well, you have my.
Yes,
You have
exactly.
my blessing.
Our mothers are sisters.
Okay.
Massarellis. So yeah, I started playing the drums when I was about 5 years old, and just went from there. Just kept on going, playing with anybody and everybody.
I mean, what were you guys' influences then when you were young?
When I first, there was a lot of country influence, and country music was a staple of our house, and gospel. That was a big thing. And then as I got older and you start to step outside of your box, my big influence in the beginning with the acoustic guitar was Neil Young.
Oh, great
and
guy.
listen to the harmonica, and then you get into Bob Dylan, you get into the song Arlo Guthrie, and all those great songwriters. And the lyrics didn't mean as much as the acoustic guitar part of it until I got a little bit older. Then you kind of listened to the lyrics of what those guys were trying to say, and it really hits home on a lot of issues that we're having today.
Okay. And we got a guy back in the corner here, Brandon.
Yeah, poor Brandon. He's
Poor
got shut
Brandon.
down.
He's in the
Step
corner.
up to the mic here, Brandon.
Oh, good Lord.
Say a little something, Brandon.
Yeah, say a few syllables.
How are we doing?
Good. What about you, Brandon? When did you start playing the bass and guitar? And
I started playing guitar when I was about 21. Went out to a party and seen an old man sitting by a fire playing some Johnny Cash. Went to Walmart that night, bought an acoustic, and like he said, I
high
was
quality, huh?
hooked ever since. Oh, it's just
There's nothing like a $100 guitar.
Right.
made the soul feel good.
Yeah.
You know? So
That's your
that's
story.
how I got started, and I knew these guys' as dad from work, and he was a great guy. I always talked about music, talked about the McCahill boys, and
Maca Hills.
Sorry to hear about that.
I said I need to go play with these boys. And then about a year later, they got a hold of me, and here I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
Well, you guys, you want to play us a song here?
yeah, we can do that. We can
Start off with a song here, and then
wanna
we'll
start
talk
off
a little more.
yeah. have
Let's
a little
do it,
fun
Rube.
and See how it goes.
All right. Take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, and don't smoke hash. Johnny Cash, don't smoke hash. He's out there lying on the track. Well, he's stuck for some prison. He ain't never going back. I heard the train a-coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. Every time I hear that whistle, baby, I'm rolling down to San Antonio. My mama always told me, be a good boy, son. Don't go messing around and sitting big old guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Every time I hear that whistle, I hang my head and I cry. Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, and don't smoke hash. Johnny Cash, don't smoke hash. He's out there lying on the tracks. Well, he's stuck in Folsom Prison. He ain't never going back. Railroad train is mine. I'd move a little farther down that line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I like to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, and don't smoke hash. Johnny Cash, don't smoke hash. He's out there lying on the tracks. Well, he's stuck in Folsom Prison. He ain't never going back. Whoa, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, Johnny Cash, don't smoke hash. Johnny Cash, don't smoke hash. He's out there lying on the tracks. Well, he's stuck in Folsom Prison. He ain't never going back. Well, he's stuck in Folsom Prison. He ain't never going back. Well, he's stuck in Folsom Prison. He ain't never going back.
And the crowd goes wild. Awesome, you guys. Hey, I just want to say, what do you guys, a question I have is, what is your style of music? I mean, that song is your own twist.
Rivergrass.
Rivergrass, Americana. I mean, what we've always done is we take all the different genres of music that we all love, anywhere from classical to rock and roll to the blues to reggae to funk to whatever, and we try to put our twist on it. And there's so much great music out there that there's no reason to put a stamp or a
label
on ourselves, because if we're feeling good and it's all about the energy, and if you're feeling good and you're having a good time and you're expressing yourself the way you want to express it, then you're doing what you love, and that's all that matters.
That's good. You guys have a great sound.
So-
Harmonies are great. Everything's good.
Yeah,
We-
thank you. Yeah, we like all types of different styles of music. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that was one great thing, about playing our shows was we didn't want to get dull or boring, so you always kept throwing something different and a different twist, or try to do this or try to do that. And I remember when we did a wedding. It was a Jewish wedding, and we had to learn some Jewish songs, and we had the
Hava Nagila.
yeah, we had so much fun that we started playing that song out at the bars and at the scenes where we were playing, and people got nuts.
Really?
And it was incredible because they're like, who plays that?
Yeah, where did that come from?
And you're like, man.
Everybody always enjoys it.
Yeah, and it was great, and that's all that mattered was we were having fun, and people were having fun, and passing the energy back and forth, and it just didn't. That's what it's about,
That's what music is about.
That's what it's about. That's why every musician starts doing it. They love playing for themselves, and then once they get out and they see people are enjoying it, then it just makes the fire get deeper, and and like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's have a great time.
Cousteau.
Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
This is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and Local. We're here with Tuscarawas River Band, and you guys were in a little earlier warming up, and I lost my train of thought there. But anyhow.
It happens.
It happens once in a while. But anyhow, we're going to walk through your, when you guys got together with, the band that you have now, Tuscarawas River Band. What year was that? How old were you guys?
When we first started the band, a bass player that's no longer with us, his name was Jesse Cravens, and actually we were living out west in Almont, Colorado, and we were sitting at a ranch, nice dude ranch, doing the dude ranch thing during the summer, and my brother came out and we sat around the campfire playing music. Well, the dude ranch had 80 some employees. So we were having a great time, and these employees were from all over the country and all the same age, and we started going down to the local tavern, and we were playing down there.
How old
And
were you guys?
I was 23 at the time. Corey was 18.
Yeah,
And,
didn't you turn 23 out there at that time?
I did. And we were having fun, and they said, well, you guys should start a band. And, Corey and I always said, well, we got this cousin back home that plays the drums. We always wanted to call it the Tuscarawas River Band. And
Yeah, buddy.
Jesse liked the name, and so that kind of just went by the wayside, and we went and did our separate things. Well, about a year later, I was living in Boulder, and I just come out of the mountains. I was being an elk hunting guide, and I was living up at 12,000 feet, and coming out of 12,000 feet where you don't see anybody to moving into Boulder, it was a little change. And I was there for about 2 weeks, and I said, you know what? It's time. I'm going to Texas. So I called up Jesse. I said, you want to get this band started with? He said, yeah, let's do it. He goes, drive down. So I packed up my truck that night. In the morning, I left for Texas. I called Corey. I said, hey, remember what we talked about doing the band? Meet me in Texas. And
Just like that, huh?
Yeah,
met
about a month
him in
later.
Texas.
Met us in
Best decision I've ever made in my life. Texas is crazy.
Yeah.
we had a great time, and we went down to Stephen F. Austin, and we started playing, and the kids down there just accepted us with open arms, and we couldn't have asked for a better situation to get our wings under us and to give us the confidence that we needed. So then I said, I know a fiddle player that's going to be working back on the river in Colorado, because while I was playing music, I was also a guide, and I was a whitewater rafting guide in the summertime. So we went back to the river, and all of us worked there for the summer. We hooked up with our violin player, Hillary Murray, and we started playing shows at the local taverns in Buena Vista for the river guides. Well, the river guides are from all over the country as well.
Yeah.
So we were sending out our little, infection, Tuscarawas River Band. These guys are my friends. They're,
Cool name, too.
They work with the river with us, and next thing you know, in that fall, the river ended, and everybody was going to the Golly down in West Virginia. And I said, well, let's go to Athens and pick up our drummer, Brian Johnson, our cousin, because we needed a drummer.
Oh, he was doing a gig with the.
Yeah, we always had this in our mind that it was going to happen anyways.
Right.
So
And then once we moved to Athens, everybody agreed. We rented a house out in the woods, and Brian quit his job. He moved down with us, and we started practicing living in this house. Well, we needed income, and we didn't have the money because, we're all poor in Tuscaloosa County. So we started playing gigs for 100, 200, whatever we could get. And we had a van. We ended up buying the van. We got a little trailer. We started booking our own shows. And as it progressed, we were doing the college scene, and we played down in West Virginia. We met some really cool people that had a promoting company, and they said, hey, let us promote you. And we moved to Elkins, West Virginia. And then that door got opened. And as it grew, they said, well, what about putting a tour together? And we said, yeah, let's do that. And she goes, well, let's go south. Okay, we'll go south. And I said, well, if we're going to go south, we might as well go southwest and zip back through Texas and then head for Colorado in the summertime, because that's where our big fan base is.
Really?
And we just started doing that loop. And as we did that loop, our fan base grew, and we would come home and things would get exciting. And it was just a really good time. And being on the road, it was an experience that none of us will ever forget. And not a lot of people get to do that.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
And-
definitely amazing.
It was just an amazing, because we met so many great people and saw so many great bands
Musicians,
that
and
no one will ever get to hear.
Well, that version of the band, that was your first version. Is that what we have queued up here on the CD?
Yeah, and the first version of the band was with Hillary and Jesse, and we were with those guys for about a year and a half, 2 years, and so I don't know the first song. I think we were going to do, it was a disc 7. Track 7. So it is a show from Washington, D.C. That we did, and we had a friend that his name was Banjo Dan, and he met us in Boulder when we were playing out in Colorado, and for some incident, he was in D.C. the same night, so we asked him to come up on stage with us, and we did a bluegrass song. We were a big bluegrass band in the beginning. We did a lot of bluegrass.
Okay.
And then as
rockabilly type stuff.
Yeah, rockabilly, and then as we got more into it, more electric and stuff, we started going towards different styles and stuff. But we always come back to that bluegrass because everybody likes a toe tapper.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It's
I
a
mean,
toe
You get up
tapper,
out of
that's
your-
for sure,
get out of
buddy.
your chair and-
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Well, I just want to remind everybody, first of all, this is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and Local. And we are live as far as on Facebook. If you have any comments, you guys got any friends out there, tell them to make a comment on Facebook, and we'll get them on the air. And
I love you, Dad.
Mom. We got a guy from another band that was on the show, the Brothers. You remember the band, the Brothers?
Brothers.
Dave Barnhart said, "Sounds good, TRB." He made a comment on Facebook. So
Thank
Dave's
you.
out there listening.
Nice. Thanks,
I
Dave.
saw him.
Dave, how you doing,
Thanks,
buddy?
buddy.
I saw him at Lowe's today, and I told him you're going to be on. So
Oh, nice.
say thanks, Dave, for making a comment. You're all right. I don't care what anybody says. You're all right. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and play that song from back when your early days.
Sure.
And you guys can take a little breather here,
Cool.
and we'll play the song.
Thanks for having us, John.
We're going to invite a guest up. Thank you. Banjo Dan. Straight out of D.C.
Where did we meet Banjo Dan at? We met Banjo Dan in Boulder, Colorado this summer. So this is the first time we played with Banjo.
Wow, Ben.
Down on Tennessee Hill. There ain't no smoking up on Rock Town, ain't no telephone bell. Well, I had a girl who lived on Rock Top, half man, half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop. I still dream about that. Rock Top will always be
Tuscarawas River Band in Washington, D.C. Is that like one of your legs of a tour?
That was one of the legs. We went
That
to the
was
Capitol.
early.
That was early. We got to hang out at the Capitol for 2 days, and it was very interesting.
It was fun.
It was a good time. We
Yep.
went to the museums and
And that
played
was
some
in
shows.
2003?
That was 2003.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a smoking good time down there.
What does that mean?
It was just a good time at the Capitol.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hey, I forgot to ask you guys earlier. Where'd you guys grow up at? I mean, you all grew up in the same town or
T County.
Yeah, New Philadelphia.
Yeah.
New Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that did you go to New Philly High School?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Brandon?
Brandon, get up here, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's on, boy.
All new Philly grads.
Oh yeah.
Wow, me too. Me
It was
too.
96.
Oh, my
94.
You saw what we did to Dover this year.
God. Yeah.
We crushed them.
Yeah.
I graduated from Philly too, but it was way, way, way.
It was 89, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pretty close. 72. that's pretty close, isn't it?
It's cool.
Right.
It's all good.
Hey, I
It's
grew
all
up
good.
in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
so music is my life.
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
But yeah, you guys. Then you moved on. How long was that version of the band? How long did you?
Like I said, with Jesse and Hillary, it was about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And like I said, we were doing so many shows. We were doing almost 300 shows a year. We were living in a
that's
van,
lot.
down by the river. And we were. I mean, we lived out of the van. We had 5 of us living there. We were pulling a trailer behind us, and we had 2 dogs for a while living with us, and then
my God.
the
And
dogs
And we all had
actually-
one Rubbermaid.
Yeah, you
had all your clothes
yeah,
in one Rubbermaid
Rubbermaid is
under-
all you were allowed.
Really?
And
Not a lot of space when
not
you
a lot-
got
yeah.
4 beefcakes and a girl.
But then the thing was, it made us tight. We tightened up real quick.
I was
You know,
skinny back then, bud.
That's right. It's true.
We all were a little smaller back then.
Yeah, I understand. Believe me, I understand.
But yeah, Jesse, he was like 6'8".
Yeah.
And
Really?
so yeah, I'm 6'5", so me and him in there, we were
But
clanging elbows.
We had a way to do it, and then when we had friends come out, we had Brian's brother come out in Colorado. When we hit the Colorado border, we slept outside a lot of times, outside of the van. And we were so used to that we'd pull into a spot where the woods were, and you'd look for where the sun was going to come up in the east, and it wouldn't wake you up in the morning. You'd find a little bush, and you crawl underneath it, and put your sleeping bag down, and we slept like that.
Hope the rattlesnakes.
And
That whole summer, that first summer when we went into Colorado, June, July, August, I mean, we literally slept in our sleeping bags outside every night.
I mean, I remember going over Raton Pass in New Mexico, and we stopped at the rest stop, and we all crashed out the rest stop,
Right.
and we all pop up about 10 in the morning, and there's people out looking at us.
Where are these homeless people?
Right? Right?
And it was great because, we got to do that, and nobody ever messed with us, And I think, our parents did a lot of praying, and we
They
had,
sure did.
we had
They
things
sure
like,
did.
we got to see the country, and we experienced something that no one will ever get to experience. The way we did it, and it was so awesome that when you wake up and the sun's coming up and you're just like, wow, we played a great show last night, we met some great people, and we're off to the next adventure.
Yeah.
We never knew what tomorrow was going to bring.
And we were a little high strung, so people probably were afraid of us.
Yeah, I mean, when we would stop somewhere, the doors would just fly open and we'd be diving out.
Just Spicoli.
I mean, Corey already had half his body and head out the window like a dog.
A 6'8" and a 6'5" giant. I was like,
Yeah.
God, what is it?
And we all had long hair and beards, and
We're a little burly looking,
Yeah,
a little
we were
burly.
a little burly looking, and
You probably did scare some people.
and we might have, but it was great because once they got to know us, they were like, "Oh my gosh!" And I always tell people, the great thing was no matter where we went and we talked to people, somebody knew about Tuscarawas County.
Really?
Somebody they had a grandma that lived here, or they had a relative that was from, or they knew of Tuscarawas County, and that just tells you how powerful and a wonderful place that we have, and that we need to take care of it, because Tuscarawas County, we have wonderful people here. We have a wonderful area, and sometimes you have to leave for a little while.
Yeah.
it to open your eyes.
Yeah, appreciate it a little more.
And
That's
appreciate
right,
it a
yeah.
little more, because we do. I mean, we have everything you just got to look for. We have great biking trails. We got the river to play on. We got wonderful lakes. You can go
Close to
hiking and
big
climbing.
cities.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, if you want that.
Yeah, I don't. But if you want
Got to
to
go see a good show or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know.
or something.
You know, and it is. It's a very nice community, and that's what's so nice. They'll come back here, and we all have children now, and we're raising our families back here, and you know, it's a nice area that we still don't have to deal. I mean, yeah, we have problems. Everybody has, you know,
Right.
You know, but for the most part, it's still pretty small town America that has that
Yeah,
nice
it's a
feel
great place
it.
to raise your
Yes.
kids. It really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it used to be, but it's still pretty good compared to the rest of the country.
Right.
And we
Right.
have a lot of family too, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just abundant.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a last name somewhere mixed in their name, Massarelli.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I know lots of Massarelli.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So it's that Italian thing, you know. They're
Right.
everywhere.
That's in there.
And then the McCahills didn't help out much because a lot of people know.
Well, that's like an English name, isn't
And
it?
then I got the Johnson.
Poor Brandon back here. You know?
Yeah, Moffat. Well,
Moffat.
Yep.
what nationality is that, Brandon?
No idea.
Figure that out later.
57, maybe.
Which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing
Oh,
wrong with that at all.
He was related to the dogs that you had, you know. They were like,
They were good old. They were good old dogs.
all right, guys. Hey, I want to get you guys to play another live song for us out
Okay.
here, and you know, you pick it, whatever you want to play. Just
We were talking about we were in the studio last year, and Corey wrote a song called "Salute" about the river, because we were just talking about the river and how much we're river people, and so we're gonna do this song called "Salute." It's on our newest album that we came out with, and yeah, it's a great song, just talking about what we like to do and kicking back. And we do a lot of originals. We like to write our own music because it expresses us in art and expresses how we feel and stuff. We also like to do a lot of covers because, you know, you're influenced by so many people,
Right.
and you want to get those out to show people, hey, this person here inspired me, and or whatever, and I really like this song. So it's honoring that person when you're covering their music.
it's the TRB twist to their
Yeah.
to that great music.
And so we, a lot of times when we go to shows, people are like, oh, play this. And we're like, oh, sorry, we don't. We play our own music. We play TRB music. And then if we do a cover, it's TRB cover.
Right.
So, yeah, sometimes people don't get it, but that's all right. They're there listening, and that's all that
I'm
matters.
sure they enjoy it anyway.
So this next one we call Salute.
All right, take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we gather down by the river. We gather with all of you friends. We put our boats in the water, 'cause we are going rafting. As we flow through the valley and head towards the bridge. Some flip in the water. There's an eagle sitting on a limb. Salute to the river. Say amen. Wave to your neighbor. Lord, we love rafting. Hey, why don't we stop at the next island with beaver and raccoons? Somebody smoking something, staring at the man in the moon. While Billy's tackled by Becky, we sing and dance on the shore. God we love our freedom. Can't ask for anything more. Salute to the river. Say amen. Wave to your neighbor. Lord, we love rafting. Salute to the river. Say amen. Wave to your neighbor. Lord, we love rafting. Salute to the river. Say amen. Wave to your neighbor. Lord, we love rafting. Lord, we love rafting. Lord, we love rafting.
And the crowd goes wild again. Great song, you guys. Harmonies are fantastic. You guys, you can tell you played a couple songs together.
A couple.
Yeah,
we
that's-
played a couple.
That's good stuff. Hey, I just want to remind us, this is DNP 102.3, and this is Saturday Night Live and Local, and I'm Johnny T, your host tonight, and I'm with the Tuscarawas River Band, and we are on Facebook. Saturday Night Live and Local on DNP 102.3 is the Facebook page, and a couple comments on there, and we got a former guest again, Bobby Stocker.
Bobby Stocker. Hey,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Know Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Love Bobby.
Bobby says hello and sounding good, and Vanessa is coming out, which is Bobby's girlfriend. She's our professional photographer, and she'll be
Nice.
here soon. She's on her way, and she's going to take pictures for us.
Well, Bobby, if Brian can't ever make it, can we rent you, buddy?
Oh, Bobby will do it.
You might have to arm wrestle first.
He's drummer for hire, buddy.
Yes, sir. Bobby.
But anyhow, for all you people out there that don't know about the Saturday Night Live and Local on DNP 102.3 Facebook page, get out there and like us, and that way you can follow everything that happens on Saturday Night Live. We've got some guests coming up every week. We're booked in clear into February now, just about.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
And you guys know this as well. Tuscarawas County, we say it just about every week.
Right.
We're so rich with musicians. I mean, there's so much talent out here. It's unbelievable. And everybody knows everybody. Everybody respects everybody. There's no conflict that I've seen anyhow. And I've been around longer than you guys.
Right. Right.
Right. It's, definitely good energy. The community, the people that come together, it's good.
It's real good. And I got a lot of friends in Canton, too, and they always comment that Tuscarawas County is rich in musicians, as is Canton, but they know a lot of the people that are down here.
Right.
So it's a really good thing. I was going to ask you guys, how'd you guys feel the first time you got on stage and you played in front of a big crowd? What kind of feeling? That's got to be fantastic to do that. I have no talent. I've got guitars all over my house, but I have no talent. I've never played in front of anybody other than the dog. But
Right.
Well, I think
how's that feel? That's got to be exhilarating.
We started out doing, you do an open mic, and you start around the campfire and playing for your friends.
Yeah.
And you see their response, and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then they say, go do an open mic, and you do an open mic or two, and then you move up to, hey, I'm going to do a gig, because then you're nervous. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to do a 2.5 hour show. Do I have enough songs? And and then as you have to build your way up to become a really, to know the feel and how the crowd works and how it all goes down. But yeah, I mean, like I said, once you get your people into it and they're dancing and they're having a good time and they're really throwing the energy, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, it's the same as, I guess, maybe running a touchdown.
I think that's why we go back and do it every time, I mean, getting on stage, it's just, there's something about that feedback, not only with the band members playing and playing for each other, but the audience, and they can see that on stage too. When we're having fun, they're like, just
it's a two-way street.
Right.
I mean, we played many empty venues. That's when you play for each other.
Yeah.
And I love playing on stage. I mean, that's why we do it.
Yeah. I mean, we still,
Still love the hole in the walls, and if there's nobody there, you need those nights where you just
it's like a practice session.
you're jamming.
I still get nervous every time.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Till the first note hits.
Yeah.
And then it's here we go.
It's got to be like an adrenaline rush. I mean,
Yeah, I get a little anxious. I mean, you're ready to go. You're anticipating that moment. So it's, until you get there, I'm locked in, ready to go. But, right before you get you're just ready to go.
Well, this summer, Brandon, he played his first show with us. And how did you feel about it, Brandon?
Nice.
What? It was good. It was fun. I brought some friends with me, helped support me because it was kind of unfamiliar territory. Hog roast.
Oh, those are the greatest.
Oh, it was great.
That was a great party.
Great people, good energy.
And we had a good time doing it.
Yeah,
It
we
was
had a great
fun.
time. It was a great show. I mean, Brandon, we gave him a CD. He got with us, and we started playing, and he picked it up really fast, and it worked out really good, and I give my hats off to him because, we do a lot of different things, and sometimes we're not technically perfect, and he's just jumped in the saddle and rode it really good, and he's done a great job so far, and hopefully he likes playing with us, and we keep on playing, and like I said, it's just a fun time, and that's what it's about, having fun.
Proud of you, Brandon. Proud of you.
Attaboy, Brandon. Hey, we got another comment on Facebook, a guy named David Green.
Oh,
The
yeah.
second.
Davy boy.
Davey. Yeah.
Hey, Dave, how's it going out there, buddy?
He said he's loving the live TRB out there.
Nice.
And sometime tonight, he requested a song. I think you
Soul Shine. He loves Soul Shine.
got it. Yeah,
Yep.
he said sometime tonight we'll get you to play that one.
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll do that, and we can do. I think we're gonna do another one from old TRB.
Well, we had a problem with this CD.
Well, from the Continental Divide.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to play that Continental Divide,
Nice.
And
we'll talk.
and then we'll talk about. We'll have to fix this.
Yeah, Corey
other
used to
issue.
store those in sandpaper.
Look at that. It's got a hole in that CD. It's got it wore out.
John broke the CD.
Wow. That was the last copy, too.
All right, we got this all queued up. We're gonna fire this one up. Continental Divide,
Old school.
old school. Okay,
The
more old school of
mountains.
TRB. This is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and local. Come on, baby, fire that CD player up. We don't know what's happening here. There it is. There it is. Now we got it. Breathe, everybody, breathe.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home that's awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I was standing by my window on a cloudy, rainy day when that hearse come a-rolling to take my friend so far away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Oh, I told my Undertaker, please drive slow. Oh, this body are alone, Lord, I hate to see him go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home that's awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home that's awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky.
There it was. TRB. This is DNP 102.3. Saturday Night Live and Local with Johnny T, host tonight. And that was not the song that we said it was going to be, but it's all good, you know. And we do have another song coming out. Well, is this number 2? Is this the song Continental Divide that we want?
Yeah, this was written back in the day about continent or heading west, and this is like from the original TRB. So we'll play that, and then we'll get right back at you.
Is it a little like the last song? Is it more of a bluegrass type stuff?
This is when we were starting to explore a little bit differently.
Okay.
You know, and do some different stuff. We were being influenced by other bands, listening to some stuff. You know, a big band that we listened to back in the day in Colorado was the String Cheese Incident, and they were doing some really crazy stuff. And then you had Yonder Mountain String Band, and then, you know, we were getting into the widespread Panic feel and all that stuff. So we were starting to get influenced more and more as we got older by these jam bands that were there and that we were listening to at the time. And then we'll listen to that and see what you think.
Okay, we'll fire that one up.
Said leave the valley just about uptown. Put hills in the rear view, me another road, another side. Heading straight forward, looking for a magnificent dream. Oh, a whole nother journey and another state scene. But we sure got a lot of time, dreaming about the West Coast and headed for the great Continental Divide. Continental Divide. Red Tail Hall soaring right above me. Underneath his feet. Clocks are ticking forward every minute of every single day. Said we'll sit and listen to the picking outside in our own little way. Chapter of a life. Said wondering what we will become as we climb the mountainside.
TRB on DNP.
Brings back some memories, that's for sure.
Dave Johnson.
Being in the mountains.
We would like to give a shout out to Dave Johnson.
And not the Dave Johnson that ran for mayor.
No.
It's a different Dave.
My brother, Dave Johnson. Yeah, he lives in C-Bus.
Lum dum dum.
He said he wished he could stream the music so he could hear his Lum Dum family. But we need to get some people out there to make some sponsors so this 102.3 DMP can get online.
That's right. You know, we are all volunteers
it.
here. We're all volunteers, and this is a nonprofit radio station, commercial free, and we rely on donations. We rely on underwriters. Big businesses give us money, and one of the things we want to buy is it's a couple $1,000s a year to get online and to get streaming online. So we need somebody to help us out. Help you guys. What the heck?
Absolutely.
Well,
Come on.
Maybe we could get that Schilling Electric out there in Ragersville to help out.
Right?
Hey, they've already helped us a lot,
Or Michael's Restaurant, downtown Philly. They got great breakfast. Blow some gravy on it. Come on, Michael's.
But anyhow, that's what we need. We need, people to throw some money at us to keep us going. We got a lot of underwriters already, a lot of good people out there, and they're helping us, and we're growing in popularity. So hopefully people start sending checks. That's all we need. Send us checks.
That's all that matters.
All right. Hey, we have to do some legal stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we will be right back. And we are DNP 102.3. This is Saturday Night Live with Johnny T as your host, and we have the Tuscarawas River Band tonight. Lots of fun, you guys. You guys have been entertaining us pretty good. That was a mischievous laugh.
Yeah, it's a blast, let me tell you.
We like you, John. Like you a lot.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're having a blast, man. This is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Good.
Yes, it is.
Good. Hey, you guys were out on the road a lot, and do you ever run into any kind of famous people when you're out there? Open up for famous people, or share the stage with famous people?
We got to meet a lot of interesting people, and we got to share the stage with some big wigs that I never thought we'd ever get to do that with. One cool thing was we're driving back from Colorado, and 38 Specials road crew pulled up beside us on the road.
I forgot about that.
Really? And we're driving down 70, going 70 miles an hour, and they knew we were a band, and they're standing on their huge tour bus and waving their arms at us, and we pulled up beside them, and we exchanged CDs going 70 miles an hour.
Really?
38 Special, right? Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours down the road, we pulled into the rest stop, and there was their bus, and their driver was like, "Man, I popped your CD, and it was great. Good fun." We're like, "Cool." And then we're like, "Is the band with you?" And he said, "No, they fly around now. They don't fly with us."
We're the roadies.
I said, "It must be nice." I said, "We're still in the van down by the river."
Band, roadies, all wrapped in one.
Yeah. The glory of it, So it was great.
Well, what about on stage? I mean, did you open for anybody that?
Vassar Clemens down in West Virginia.
Okay.
He was a big fiddle guy.
Yeah, you play with the Old and the Way.
Yeah.
Garcia and
we did second stage for Santana and down in Columbus, and then there was a lot of other bands. I mean, like
Acoustic
I said,
Syndicate.
Yeah, Acoustic Syndicate. The guy Colonel Bruce Hampton down in we did a show down in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a live broadcast as well, and it was really cool. And
we did a tour with the Juggling Sons. We did like a 5-7 stint tour with them.
And so, I mean, like I said, and another band that I really enjoyed was Reckless Kelly. We got to see those guys in Durango, Colorado, and they're a big band out of Texas. You're never going to hear them on the radio, but I mean on the normal radio. But look them up. They were always that southern rock and that country feel. And like you said, there was just a lot of great acts that were out there that not a lot of people get to hear about, and it's a shame because I mean the radio is so the radio. And that's what's great about DNP
102.3.
Yeah, because it reminds me of a radio station that we had in Colorado called K-Butt and in Crested Butte. and it was the same thing. And it was, you know, all about the community, all about talking, you know, having local acts there and all this stuff that goes on. And it was a tight community, and it can't go wrong with this, you know. I mean, it's a good thing you guys got going on here. It's a great thing.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We've had a lot of good feedback, so people are tuning in all the time. You know,
Right.
We just started our page here, Saturday Night Live and Local, our own Facebook page, and within like 3 days we had over 300 people that liked it. So there's a lot of people out there listening, and it's still growing. It's more,
Sure.
but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And have you guys like you on here? I mean, this is great. You guys traveled all over the place. Do you ever have any weird things happen on the road? Funny? Well, wait a minute.
We're not going to go into
Oh boy, we are on the air live, but it is 10 o'clock. We can get maybe a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was the road, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, I don't think we're allowed to talk about that kind of stuff, but it was the road. And like I said, we had very wonderful parents that prayed strongly for us.
Right.
We had a very strong background, and we knew right from wrong. And it was great because that's what got us. Because there was a lot of temptation.
Oh, man.
And there was a lot of people that were there trying to take you down different
We call them the
roads.
lobsters.
Yeah, the
they would clamp on you. You just,
But we were pretty harsh. I mean,
yeah, we were.
we'd throw some elbows down, and you know, a lot of people they couldn't hang with us. Because the energy was too strong, I think, with us. You know, being the family and all that, you know, going on. The photographer just got here.
Yeah, Vanessa Bechter, our official
How you doing?
photographer for DNP 102.3 and Saturday Night Live and Local. We're lucky to have somebody that volunteered to do that because we all are volunteers there. so.
Right.
So you resisted the temptation because of your parents praying.
Well, I don't know if I resisted all the temptation. But like I said, we all had each other's back.
Right.
You know, and that was a major thing because, you know, as the shows got bigger and more people started to show up and we got more notoriety and things got crazier and crazier. You know, we moved from the van when we moved from the van to the tour bus. We bought a tour bus. It was my rafting company had a rafters bus, and we got it in the winter and we gutted it. And we put bunks in it, and we built a kitchen. And then when we came back here, you know, my dad and Brian's father was all over it. They wanted to make it just as good as it could be.
Right.
And they did. And it was a fantastic
awesome.
bus.
Oh, yeah.
And we toured the country in that bus, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Oh, I can only imagine. You know,
Yeah, it was a blast. We had bunk beds in the back and a sofa. We had a kitchen set up in it. You know, it was.
Yeah, I mean, living
It was
the
a
dream.
sweet ride.
Yeah, it was living the dream. We had a big mule deer rack right on the front of it.
Right.
So it was just like, wow. And we actually got stopped a couple
Yeah,
times
we got
by
pulled
police
over in
officers.
Colorado at
Really?
nighttime right after a show, and we thought, you know, they were going to come and be weird with us. They wanted to see the bus.
Really?
They came in. They said, "Let us check this thing out."
oh yeah, was
They
that
loved
the
it.
story they used to get on the bus?
Oh, Corey was offering me. I think he was cooking hamburgers in the
Right.
back.
Something like that.
It was great, you know. And I mean, the bus had, and the van too, that had really good energy. And when you walked on it, you know, it was our home, and it was, and our homes, our family always. We were always very welcoming. I mean, growing up, there was always kids at our house coming and going, and going. Mom was always feeding somebody or doing something, you know, and that's how we ran when we were there. You know, we welcomed people. You try to welcome them with open arms. You know, you don't want to be a recluse,
Right.
you know, but you know, as I can see, as you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you become more of a. You don't want that anymore,
And the
you
thing-
know? And it's sad
You
because
pull in a little bit.
Yeah,
well, there's
because-
a lot of wackos out there. So.
or just sponges that want to.
And the thing is, you know, we were family and we grew up, we were always around each other growing up. And, you know, that was this, I mean, we were blood, so it was thick.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't break that chain.
Yeah.
You know,
We let one of our younger cousins travel with us for 2 weeks, and he mooched off of us.
Really?
Pretty much.
But we loved the guy, and we let him stay.
I mean, did he contribute anything? I mean, was he?
Not really.
No.
He's still mad at me because I didn't put cheese on his hamburger.
Oh, God. Imagine that.
Fat nose.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, like I said, living on the road was fantastic.
I'll bet.
You know, it was
That's
fantastic.
a once in a lifetime experience. You're lucky that you did it when you were young, and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
now you're all grown a little bit, got families and
Yeah.
kids and stuff. And then there's poor Brandon back there in
Poor
the corner.
Brandon.
Back in the corner.
He's ready to go.
He's hot. He's hanging in there like a rock star.
He is. He's ready
He's
to
got
go.
it going, you know.
Well, you guys want to play a song here? We had a
Yeah.
request. You want to play that song? Or
Yeah, I'll do that one for Dave Soulshine.
not? Okay, here it is.
This is a Warren Haynes tune.
Okay.
Pretty powerful song.
It is. It's a great song. It really is. And it's the TRB version.
When you can't find the light that guides you on a cloudy day, when the storm clouds are shining and it feels like you've lost your way, when the candle lights of hope burn so very far away, I think back to Lord what my daddy used to say. You gotta let your soul shine. It's better than a sunshine. Oh, it's better than a moonshine. It's damn sure better than rain. Well, the people don't mind. We all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine. Shine to the break of day. Well, I grew up thinking I'd make it on my own, but the world can take the strongest man, make it feel so alone. Now I feel the cold wind blowing across my aching bones. I think back to Lord what he said, boy, the darkness before the dawn. Let your soul shine. It's better than the sunshine. Oh, it's better than the moonshine. It's damn sure better than rain. Well, the people don't mind. We all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine. Shine to the break of day. Lord knows that you can feel this emptiness. Like a woman, she's robbed you of your very soul. Woman too, Lord, she can feel like this. But Lord, when you got to stand strong, you got to let the Spirit take control. You gotta let your soul shine. It's better than the sunshine. Oh, it's better than the moonshine. It's damn sure better than rain. Well, the people don't mind. We all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine. Shine to the break of day. You gotta let your soul shine. It's better than the sunshine. Lord, it's better than the moonshine. damn sure better than rain. Well, the people don't mind. We all feel this way sometimes. You gotta let your soul shine, shine through the break of day.
All right. Great. And your harmonies are like right on. You guys are like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So,
Man, I wish.
Crosby, Stills, Nash.
It's a pretty tight group there.
Yeah, just a little, but hey, what the heck? This is DNP 102.3, and this is Saturday Night Live and Local. We have Tuscarawas River Band here with us, and we're having a good time. I think they are having a good time. They're all smiling. But,
Yeah, we're having a great time.
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
This is Cartier Blage. That means good time.
What is that foreign language he's speaking here? I don't understand. No
I don't
comprende.
either.
No speaker de English.
T-County talk.
Oh, the French Canadian T County.
Yeah, T-County. Yep. You know.
Great stuff, you guys. Hey, I really like that twist that you put on that song, and that's really good. You guys do a great job. When you guys were out traveling, well, let me back up a little bit. What about your favorite music when you started, and now? I mean, has your tastes in music changed at all over the years? A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
progress.
constantly, learning new musicians and new music to listen to that you've never listened to before. I mean, as a drummer, I didn't listen to Billy Cobham till I was, in my late 20s. And it blew my mind, But yeah, there's just so much stuff out there. It's just
And just like you said, you didn't listen to jam bands.
right. I didn't.
You were listening to Metallica or something, growing up to that kind of music.
Yeah.
And now you experience different music like the jam band scene and blues and all that. And I mean, that music just blows all that stuff away.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and
Brandon?
and like the next song we're gonna play on the disc. I mean, when Jesse and Hillary they took off from the band, we had to come home and we had to regroup. And friends of mine that I graduated with they were in a band called Uncle Sam's Dream Machine down in Columbus. Mark Hickson, Scott Maruskin, Brant Gibson, and those guys were doing really good. And they had actually split up for a little while, and we needed a bass player. And I said, hey, I gave Scott a call, and Scott jumped on board, and he brought a buddy of his, Chris, came with him. He was playing percussion, and they had a lot more experience on the bigger scheme of things, I guess, on the bigger stages. So Scott had a lot of knowledge for us, and he had a lot of theory that we needed in direction and playing and stuff.
Like music theory?
Music theory
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
how to do things differently, because he'd spent a lot of more time in the studio than we had. We'd been on the road. We learned on the road. And he'd been, stationary, living in Columbus, worked in the studio a little more, and had a lot of more direction on things. And it helped us out so much. And then he went on the road with us, and he had a good time. He got to experience, because he'd always wanted to be on the road. That was the thing, to go on tour. That was the big thing. And so he went on tour with us, and we opened his eyes to our world,
Right.
and he opened our eyes to his world, which was really cool.
It's a good mesh, though.
It was a good match. Yeah, and as we've progressed, we've picked up different players because they no longer play with us. And Scott's in a great band with Mark Hickson and Brant, once again, called Fox Valley Harvest. They're doing really well. They're a bluegrass band, and they have a couple other players, and they've really are going places down in Cincinnati, Columbus, doing that whole scene, coffee house scene and festivals and that. Give a shout out to those guys. They've always been great musicians, and like you said, there's never been a clash. When we always got together, we were always telling stories. What have you guys been doing? What have we been doing? And it's always been great, and that's once again Tuscarawas County.
Yeah.
Having great musicians and great people from Tuscarawas County. So, yeah. So, like I said, when we're to that stage, when we go to play this next couple songs, it was recorded down at the Newport Music Theater in Columbus, and So that's this stage, because when we get to the next album, that's what we've been doing recently, and you'll hear a completely different style that we've gone to now. To where we progressed.
Right.
What we're talking about.
all bands go through it. Even look at the Beatles. You listen to this, it gets more complicated.
Right.
They learn more than GCD.
Right. And I guess bands have stuck together.
Right.
For a period of time.
Right.
And everybody always said, well, why are you guys still playing together? And I said, well, we can't kick each other out. We see each other in
we're
family
family.
functions.
You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
Yeah, we're stuck with each other. So, but that's a good thing. I'm glad I'm stuck with these guys.
Poor Brandon's back.
Poor Brandon.
I'm not related to these guys at all.
He's getting right in there. He's good. He's rocking and rolling. He knows what's up.
Okay, is this next song? It's called Paradise City.
Yeah, it was actually it was a Guns N' Roses spoof, and we did it a bluegrass style. Once again, like I said, we had a lot of influence, but we did it for just having fun. And then somebody was like, "You ought to record that," and people caught and thought it was just great, but it was more or less just for a joke, and it got thrown on. So I figured we'd play that one and then we'll do another one.
Okay, well, let's play this one here. It's called Paradise City, and it's off a CD called Live at the Newport Music Hall?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, we're going to play it. Here we go. TRB.
Take it to the end of the line.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Rag to the rich, you say, gotta keep bringing a fortune a game. It's a gamble, not a game. Treat me a capital crime.
Take it to the end of the line.
Down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Surgeon General said you breathe, take it out, stick it and see.
Baby, tell me who you're gonna believe.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? So far away, far away, so far. Torn apart, then I see the broken heart, then I see you from the start, then I want is mine.
Baby, we've seen it a million times.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home?
Tuscarawas River Band, and that was Paradise City, and on your CD. And that was your next to last CD, or when was
No,
it?
that was back in 2004, I think.
Okay.
2000.
I think right around
yeah,
there,
2003, 2004, 2003, end of 2003 at the Newport.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was with Scott Moreskin and
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin, yeah, from
That's right.
Uncle Sam's Dream Machine.
Yeah. So, it was good stuff.
Hey, when you're in your car, what do you listen to? I mean, besides DNP 102.3.
That's right.
Where else would I go? I mean, DNP 103.
Yeah, buddy.
102.3.
No, I really like Fish, a band called Fish.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people.
I got all their CDs. I'm a big fan of them.
You're a Fish fan.
I just saw those
Fish
guys
head.
over the summertime at Blossom, and wow,
Yeah.
they blew my mind.
You know, I didn't even know they existed, and my girlfriend mentioned that her sons, who were probably in their early 30s, love that band.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a great band. I mean, they've been
They were
around a
on-
long time.
They were on fire when they played live. I was just like, wow.
I'll bet. Yeah. Yeah. So, when you guys traveled, was there any particular? Well, maybe I shouldn't go down that road.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I
John.
shouldn't. I'll be a nice guy. How far did you guys travel when you traveled? I mean, were you mostly on the East Coast here? Or
No, we were
Midwest?
going go south and then down through the Southwest out to Colorado. Colorado was the farthest west we went, but like I said, Colorado was pretty much my home stomping grounds for a while,
Yeah.
and I knew a lot of people out there. So when we got there, I felt like I was home.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like I feel back in Tuscarawas County.
It's a beautiful country out
Oh, phenomenal. And I tell everybody, you need to go see the Rocky Mountains. You need to see the Appalachian Mountains too.
Absolutely.
But the Rockies are vibrant and young and
you can take pictures of it and it doesn't do it justice.
No.
You gotta
No,
be
that's
there.
for sure. It's an amazing place to be.
and it is. We have so many amazing places in this country to see.
Yeah.
And I recommend going and doing it. See every bit of it and experience every part of it because it's the people that are there, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
And
the people.
You've had these gloves the whole time? Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
But the best advice I ever got when I was young was get the heck out of Tuscarawas County and go somewhere.
Yeah.
And I did. And I ended up in, two places. I ended up in Golden, Colorado, working for Coors. And the music scene out there way back in the 70s was just unbelievable. It was kind of mellow, like Michael Martin Murphy.
Right.
Wildfire, that kind of
Corey
stuff.
worked for his ranch.
Yep.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Had some good stories there.
Well, lay it on us, man.
If you ever got any dirt in your baked beans, that was because of Corey.
Well,
but he was calling them cowboy beans.
I was supposed to deliver some food down the road to these people, and
and we're going to end that story right here.
Yeah, we're going to end that story.
What?
Yeah,
You piqued my interest, man. You got to.
But I put like 3 pounds of beans on the back of the truck. And I didn't shut the gate on the truck or the tailgate. Went down the road. They fell over the road. All beans splattered everywhere. Well, I didn't want to get in trouble, so I just scooped them back in, pulled the rocks out,
My.
took her to the place.
It's called
and
cowboy beans. Boy!
so people,
somebody ate them?
Yeah, so people were probably eting them, and
They were fantastic.
Oh, these are the best beans I ever
A
had.
little crunchy.
yeah, is that a rock in there?
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Nah, I never told my boss that one.
Well, luckily, we only have a 10-mile radius around Dover, so he's probably not going to hear it.
Right.
If we were streaming live, maybe online, maybe he might
Yeah,
hear.
you might get a phone call.
Yeah.
You might get a phone call.
I broke a tooth.
I totally forgot that I worked there.
Really?
I need to put that on my resume.
There you go.
Well, I mean, like you said before, I mean, the people that we'd run into, when you start thinking back to all the stories, I actually quit telling people about it because they think it's fake, like you're making stuff up. And, I mean, we lived that life, I mean, before I was touring with a band, I was guiding out there, and I was whitewater rafting in the summer and fly fishing, elk hunting, and doing big game hunts, and then backcountry skiing and snowmobiling in the winter, and driving a town taxi in Crested Butte, and and I worked with my outfitting guy. His name was Rudy Rudabaugh, and Rudy, his uncle was Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh, who ran with Billy the Kid. And Rudy was originally from Ohio. He was 75 when I started working for him, and I would have been afraid to fight him. And he was 4'11", and people from the rodeo, the big rodeo guys used to come to Rudy's ranch and ride, and he would teach them. And Rudy kind of tucked me under his wing, and he showed me the mountains, and he said, "You want to ride horses?" And I said, "Yeah, let's." I went to college for that, and let's ride. And well, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, because in 3.5 months we put 1,700 miles on horse. Wow. I mean, we rode day in and day and nighttime. Coming up in blizzard conditions
in the mountains.
In the mountains, coming up, and it was funny because one of my best friends was out there working as a hunting camp as well, and we had a lull, and I took off riding, and about 5 hours I came into his camp, and I had run out of cocktails, and I was up there by myself, and so I went over to his camp, and there was no hunters in camp, so we had a few cocktails that night and ate dinner. And as the evening progressed and the tale started to get told, and we were getting having a fun time. Next thing you know, it was about 10 o'clock at night.
Sounds
and
like
they
you
said,
had cocktails tonight, bud.
It was tell them tales.
that's T County. Well, then we took off, and they said, well, you might as well lock your horse up, and, you can sleep here. I said, I got to get back to camp. And I took off on a dead run, waving the 30-30 out, and up over the mountain I went, and 5.5 hours later, I was crossing over the top of the mountain. I said, I might be the only guy in America, in the world right now, on a horse looking at the Big Dipper below me.
Wow.
At 13,000 feet. Yeah. And I said, it was epic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
who else gets to do that?
No one?
I mean, there's people that do it, but
Yeah.
far and few between.
Yeah,
Far
one
and
of the
few
biggest mount we played on top of Aspen Mountain. I actually played a show on top of it, and that was like 12,000 feet. I mean,
it was tough to breathe.
Yeah, it's real tough to breathe.
They took our stuff up in the gondola,
Yeah.
dropped it off, and we ended up playing in the view. And like I said, who gets to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, we're from Tuscarawas County.
Right.
I say we stay here, get jobs. No, let's go to Aspen. I love Dumb and Dumber. That's a good movie. That's what I'm quoting right now.
Oh man.
You guys want to play a live song for us?
Sure,
again?
we can do another
We
one.
got Vanessa here, and she's going to be taking some pictures of you and maybe videos of the live song. So pick something out. And
This next one we're going to do, it's off of our newest album. It's a blues number called Lady. And we're going to do that one for you, and we'll go from there.
all right. This is Tuscarawas River Band on Saturday Night Live and local DNP 102.3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Lord, I said you're my lady. Look what you gone and done to me. Lord, I said you're my lady. Look what you gone and done to me. Lord, I said you're my lady. Really drive a man insane. I got to love you in the morning. Baby, I'm gonna love you every single way. I like the way that you walk when you come walking into my room. I like the way that you talk, baby. Only hear every word you want me to, because I said you're my lady. Making me go sing. I got to love you in the morning. Baby, I'm gonna love you night and day.
Lord, I said you're my lady. Only gonna tell you one more time. Lord, I said you're my lady. I'm only gonna go and tell you one more time. Because I said you're my lady. Got to tell me how you feel. I got to love you in the morning. Baby, I got to show you what is real.
All right. Great song. I like that one a lot.
So a little bit different, a little more blues oriented, a little, change of pace for us.
Yeah,
So-
that's you've done it. You done did a good job.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I like that. It was different from some of the other stuff that
Right.
you did. That's
Right.
great, though. It shows your versatility and that kind of stuff. And so you guys, do you play out locally here much anymore, or are you still...
Yeah, I mean, we still do once a month. We get up and go to Paral up at Hog Heaven in Paral, and we do an acoustics show on Sunday nights. Like I said, they have a band there every Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we just get thrown in once a month, and we go up and have a good time, sitting around, same thing, just like this.
Yeah.
And we're usually talking to people and having, a couple beers and just enjoying ourselves, and it's a laid back atmosphere. It's nice just to get away, quit thinking about the work week and
Yeah.
what's going on, and just play some
It's a
music.
release, yeah,
just to
absolutely.
release some tension and stuff. And then we did do some shows with Brandon this summer. We'll do more shows this summer,
Mm-hmm.
as the weather gets nice again. And we're going to be doing the Bud and Tootie Fest. When they're doing a whole original band. I think it's in June. They
Mm-hmm.
asked us to do that, and we're going to be doing that. And then, stuff will start popping up.
That's great.
And we do, some parties and this and that, and we're, the festivals and stuff. And we like Bud's because it's outside.
Yeah,
And it's got the outside stage and this. But like I said, it's hard now to balance everything.
Yeah, when you end up getting married and having kids, it's tough. So all you guys, I'll start with you, Brian, have jobs outside of the music,
Correct, yeah.
Yes.
as opposed to back in the day when
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, full-time job.
okay,
Store manager at Rena Center in Yerkesville.
All right.
922, baby.
Actually, I think it's 229 now. Isn't it?
Yeah. 2 kids. My daughter Lucy will be 7 in January, and my son Rocco is 4.
oh wow,
So-
you're busy.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah. And I am
This
I'm
is
the-
Jamie speaking.
the owner of Schilling Electric. I took over my uncle's electric company last October, and we do industrial and commercial work, and been super busy. It's been great, and that's the thing. The economy, I think, has bounced back pretty good right now. Yeah, we're holding our fingers. They said when the election starts, there might be a little decline, but I
Yeah.
hope not. And I have a 4-year-old named Jasper, and then I have twins. They're 11-month-old. They're
Surprise!
they're gonna be actually they're gonna be 1-year-old next week.
Wow.
So Max and Nora.
Wow.
So
that's a handful there.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Brandon, what about you, Brandon? Hiding in the corner there.
Work at Metal Masters full time, and I have a beautiful wife of 5 years and 2-year-old. October turned 2, and a 7-year-old.
Oh wow! Wow, you guys all got kids about close to the same age.
Yeah.
Young and crazy.
Great. Okay, Court, you're up, buddy.
I'm a tire technician at Capital Tire over here in Dover. You guys need a great deal on tires? Come
Oh
and
no, you can't say that on the air.
come over here and get some good deals. We got
No.
Goodyears,
Can't say that.
Coopers.
Can't say that.
Anyway, so I deliver tires and do that, and I got 3 boys, lovely
3?
wife.
How old are your boys?
One is in college, one's 17, one's 10.
Oh wow.
I got a pig in the basement named Pinky. a dog named Presley, and
Thanks for sharing, Corey.
and a cat named Stickle. It's a good time.
So you're busy too.
Yeah, it's always fun.
And we don't advertise on DNP 102.3.
Oh, sorry.
Dum-dum.
Well, that's great. It's been great to know you guys and to meet you and have a good time. We are going to play a couple more songs. What do we got queued up here, Chad? We got Spaceship, which is from which album? This is your newest album?
The newest album, yeah.
Okay.
That we were in.
We're going to play Spaceship, and then we'll talk for a couple minutes, and we're going to go back to another one called Down the Line.
How'd you write the Spaceship, Jamie?
Spaceship was written at the old house I was living out at in the country, and one night I thought I saw the spaceship come to my house and land in the front yard.
Really?
Which it does fly around a lot, and it's picked some of my friends up here and there. And
Was that vodka or whiskey?
it was neither. I saw the lights, and I thought I'd write a song about the spaceship.
Oh, okay. I like that story. Okay. I was starting to like you, Jamie. I'm a little leery of you now.
A little concerned.
Yeah.
You've all seen the spaceship. They just don't like to admit it.
I've seen things. Nobody's seen spaceships. I know.
I know one of my friends right now. He's in a cabin down in Gilmore, and I guarantee that spaceship's coming.
Really?
It'll be picking him up.
I'm thinking they might have picked you up, Jamie.
Right? Yeah, I think they picked him up and dropped him back off.
On his head.
Like, we don't want him. We don't want him.
All right. Anyhow, we're going to play this song, Spaceship. It's an original song written by you.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to.
Hello, how you doing? I hope that you're doing fine. Baby, just wanted to talk to you. I wanna show you what was mine. I have a little story, a story that I'd like to tell. It happened just the other day, baby. I know it so well. I know what I was doing. I said last Friday night. Oh, I don't know. I was flying on a spaceship, taking me for a ride. I was flying on a spaceship. They told me to climb inside. I saw the lights above me. They were flying oh so high. Landed down right in front of me and told me to climb inside. Well, then I could see I was flying up above the world so high. Landed down by Gilmore, Ohio. That's where I wanted to fly. Because I don't know what I was doing. I said last Friday night. I don't know. I was flying on a spaceship, taking me for a ride. I was flying on a spaceship. This is what it sounded like inside.
flying on a spaceship, taking me for a ride. I was flying on a spaceship. They told me to climb inside. I was flying on a spaceship. Lord, it was a Friday night. I was flying on the spaceship, and I was feeling alright. I was flying on the spaceship, 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 spaceship.
There was Spaceship, Tuscarawas River Band, off the newest CD. And what is the name of the newest CD that you have?
I don't know what's on there, John. I think it just says TRB.
It says TRB.
Yeah, just TRB.
Wait a minute, what is this doing in there? This is something different. Oh, well, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Did you see that shady guy on the cover?
Yeah.
On the cover of the CD?
Yeah.
Well, when you pick up one of these CDs, we put the shady guy on that, and it's actually Brian's brother, Dave Johnson.
Six toe.
And we were
That's
going.
scary.
We were going to a festival in Elkins, West Virginia, and we're on our way down. And he said, "Hey, I'll meet you at the
rest area.
The rest area past Cambridge." So we had an RV, and we're going down. And everybody was having a good time in the RV, and I'm driving, and we're coming down the road, and we're getting close to that rest area. And as I'm pulling into the rest area, I see this guy that's standing right where you get off to the rest area. He's standing on the highway holding this sign with this big long beard and hair. It says,
And that's the picture on the CD.
And it was Dave in costume. He was going to put his orange jumpsuit on, and he had a hand cut off in handcuffs, but he thought that might be a little much. And he did this. And he'd been standing out there for like a half an hour because he didn't know when we were coming.
He was holding a cardboard sign that said he needed a ride to the TRB show in Elkins, West Virginia.
Yeah, that's what it says. Please help me get to Elkins, West Virginia to see the Tuscarawas River
That's
Band.
the kind of family that we deal with every day.
Oh, my God. That sounds like a fun family. That's all I got to say.
So
keeps you on your toes.
It keeps you on your toes.
That sounds like fun.
You know, so we had when we picked him up, I mean, we had tears coming out of our eyes. It was awesome. And we proceeded to go down to Elkins, West Virginia, play the festival, and it was a really great weekend. So we enjoyed ourselves.
Well, we got another song we're going to play on a CD here. It's called Down the Line. And who wrote this one, and what's the story behind that one?
Actually, Corey wrote this song, and I'll let him tell you about it.
Just pretty much everything that we talked about, just being on the road. And I've just put words down, just being on the road.
Didn't involve a spaceship or anything?
No, not this one.
Not this one, okay.
This was just living the road life.
Okay.
With all of us.
Sounds like fun.
And feeling good.
That's what it's all about.
Feeling good.
Music, feeling good. Here we go, Tuscarawas River Band. This is DNP 102.3, Saturday Night Live and Local. This is Johnny T taking you through the evening. We got another 8 minutes here. We're going to play off the CD here for Tuscarawas River Band, and then they're going to do an a cappella song for us, and we'll go from there. Here we go.
Level, gotta put 2 feet on the ground. It's one of the days that train gonna roll me around. I just wanna ride on your caboose, 'cause that's the kind of ride's gonna shake me loose, just shake me loose. Don't be frightened by the sound. What goes up and must come down. Railroad car is moving one by one. 55-hour-mile in Texas sun. Engine light is rolling down the line. Can you tell me she's just one of a kind? Don't be frightened by the sound. What goes up and must come down. Hear that whistle by the train, running wild through the rain, screaming to the top of my veins. Whoa, I'm feeling good. Enough to shake you, move you off your feet. 'Cause this is where I really like to stay. But you know the blues gonna take me away, gonna take me away. Don't be frightened by the sound. What goes up and must come down. Hear that whistle by the train, running wild through the rain, screaming to the top of my veins. Whoa, I'm feeling good. Whoa, I'm feeling good. Whoa, I'm feeling good. Whoa, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Hey, Tuscarawas River Band, Down the Line, written by Corey. Corey, are you over there? I can't see you.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here, buddy.
Anyhow, it was a great song. That kind of makes you want to get up and move and do some things. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming in. It's been a lot of fun. Got to know you guys a little bit. That's great stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No problem. And you guys got any gigs coming up recent or in the near future? Or
I can't tell you. I mean, no, as of not right now, because we're coming into holiday season.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And
Soon, though.
soon. Yeah, soon.
Yeah, you guys don't
soon.
rest. I mean, slow down a little bit from being on the road, but
Yeah.
Said Sunday at the Hog Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be this month and the month of November. I think it's the end of the month.
Yeah,
we'll be up there on
every
it.
Sunday
Great.
at the end of the month.
okay, great.
So,
Well, thank you guys for coming in. It's been a real treat to have you guys here, and so talented, so good. The harmonies are great.
this is great. Like I said, I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope everything. I know it'll keep going. I know it'll keep going because people are into it, and with great support, it can't fail.
Yeah, thank you.
So-
Thank you very much. Anyhow, I want to thank all the listeners out there too. We had some response on Facebook tonight, and I want to give a little plug about next week. Next week we got Daniels and Reinhardt. They'll be in here, and they've been around forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know those
Since
guys.
Yeah.
60s, 70s type thing.
Yeah.
Still playing together, and they're going to be on next Saturday night.
Nice.
So tune in next Saturday night to hear that. And you guys are going to take us out of here with a little song. You want to describe it for me?
Yeah. We, back in the day, we listened to a lot of the Grateful Dead, and and just one of the many bands, and we used to end our shows with this. It was a little a cappella number to get everybody home safe, and then it just started catching on, and we did it every show, and people loved it. And so to leave you with good vibe, and to get home safe tonight, and if make sure you're not out there drinking and driving, or be smart about how you're doing it, and keep it real.
Driver.
Yes, designated driver, and the police are out there doing their job. They have a hard enough job as it is. So
okay,
Let me be safe.
Let me just say this is DNP 102.3. This was Saturday Night Live and Local, and tonight's guest was the Tuscarawas River Band. They're going to finish up a song here, and a cappella.
Lay down, my dear brothers. Lay down and take your rest. Oh, won't you lay your head upon your Savior's breast? 'Cause I love you, oh, but Jesus loves you the best. And I bid you good night, good night, good night. And I bid you good night, good night,
Good night.
Thank you all.